Joshua Myers here, and welcome back for another movie review. And this will be maybe the first movie review of 2023. It's definitely the first movie review it's definitely the first movie I'm reviewing for 2023 in regards to filming it. But maybe not the first one I'm going to be editing and uploading. You get the drill. And we're going to maybe hopefully kick it off with the horror holiday comedy Black Friday from 2021.
Happy Black Friday, we love toys.
We still on for pancakes tonight?
Chris.
Holy shit! What the There is something wrong with the shoppers. Oh, we gotta do something.
We're 1 hour into Black Friday, and we're escorting customers away from the store?
No!
Got your doorbusters right here, motherfucker.
Black Friday stars Devon Sawa, Bruce Campbell, and is directed by Cassie Tebow. The plot of Black Friday is that on a Thanksgiving night, a group of disgruntled Toy Story employees begrudgingly arrive to work during the year's most busiest shopping of the year. Meanwhile, an alien parasite crash lands onto Earth in a meteor. It's up to this group of misfits led by store manager Jonathan, who is played by Bruce Campbell, and longtime employee Ken, played by Devon Sawa, to band together to fight among the shoppers who have become monstrous creatures on a murder spree on the day of Black Friday. Now, before I get on with this, again, this is a first time watch for me. I heard of this movie. I really only was interested in it because James A. Janice through the channel, his channel Dead Meat, covered it on his Kill Count series. And I wanted to watch the movie before I watched the Kill Count. I picked up the movie. It wasn't for very much. I think I got it for like $5. I was also excited to see it because of Bruce Campbell. It's Bruce Campbell, the man, the myth, the legend, Ash from the Evil Dead franchise. I love Bruce Campbell. I would love to meet him one of these days. I was really excited to see the movie because of him. It's like a brand new horror comedy starring Bruce Campbell. I'm like, sold. Just sold. So I picked it up for $5, and here are my thoughts on the movie. I think for the most part, it does have a fun concept. For example, being this horror sci-fi comedy taking place at a toy store during Black Friday. You have a group of disgruntled employees led by a very egotistical store manager played by, again, Bruce Campbell. And then an alien parasite comes to Earth and everything and start possess all the shoppers and employees. And again, that is a concept that could be fun. And there are some moments in this film that it is rather fun and entertaining. I'll give it points. A very interesting concept. Could be a very fun concept. I also think, for the most part, the cast does a good job. I especially liked, I think Bruce Campbell's giving his all. I definitely think that. I think most of the cast members are giving it their all. Also, I think for the most part, the special effects are fine. They're fine. And a lot of it's practical, so I'll give it props. I'll give the movie props for it being mostly practical effects. And also, too, the pacing is pretty good. It doesn't overstay its welcome. The movie knows exactly what it is. Again, it's not a serious movie. It's not trying to go for anything, really. I mean, I guess it might go for themes of, kind of commentate on consumer marketing and all that different stuff and how crazy people get during Black Friday, because there has been actual incidents where people have literally killed each other, just through, or severely harm each other just to get to a sale on time and everything like that. I guess it's going for a bit of commentary on how crazy people get around this time of year, around Black Friday, just to get the best deals possible. I guess in regards to positives, I guess that's all I really have for it, which is kind of a shame. So I guess we'll go into things I didn't really care about or didn't like in this movie. So moving on to my negatives. And to be honest, a lot of it has to surround the characters. Not so much the cast. I think the cast does, like I said, do a good job with what they got. I just personally don't like these characters. First of all, I don't even know the names. I honestly forgot who was Bruce Campbell and Devon Sawa in this film, what their names were, until I read the plot synopsis of the film. I was like, oh yeah, Bruce Campbell's Jonathan, Devon Sawa's Ken. I could maybe remember the name Jonathan a bit more than just Ken. just can't. And then again, I kind of forget most of the characters. In fact, there's some characters that's just now all of a sudden popping into my head. You know, a lot of these characters are pretty forgettable. Not only that too, some of them are just insufferable, you know. I honestly personally did not like Bruce Campbell's character at all, and that's because of the type of character he was playing as. Now, to be fair, he does have some spotlights. There's some parts where it's like kind of funny here and there of how much of a conceited, egotistical store manager he is, and how he doesn't care about his employees and that. You know, all he just cares about is the profits. There's some parts in there that he kind of goes a bit over the top with it. That's kind of humorous. But for the most part, that's a character I do not want to root for. That's a character I do not, you know, and they make it clear that, at least I think they try to make it clear that this isn't a character you're supposed to root for. But at the same time, too, it's Bruce fucking Campbell. I want to be able to like the characters he portrays. You know, because I like Bruce Campbell. I guess it kind of is similar to the film, although not as egregious as the film The Turning that came out in 2021, that starred Finn Wolfhard. And honestly, I hated Finn Wolfhard's character in it. Hated him. So much so, I don't remember if I watched the movie all the way through, because I couldn't stand his character. And I've liked Finn Wolfhard in other things, you know, like the It movies and stuff like that, and I'm like, you don't do that to Finn Wolfhard, you know? You don't. I feel like you kind of don't do the same to Bruce Campbell. Sure, you can make him a bit of a, kind of like a character like he is in the Evil Dead films, where he's not 100% a straight good man, you know? He's not just this gentle soul, but there's something about him that you just can't help but love him and everything like that. Like, he's kind of the, you know, he's a bit of an ass, but he's also a bit of an idiot, but you just can't help but love him, you know, and that's not really how it comes across with Bruce Campbell in this movie. Yeah, personally for me, I do not like the characters in here at all. Most of the characters range from either bland and forgettable to, like, really insufferable to be around. Like, if that was a person in real life, like, in regards to how the character was, and that, I'd probably stay away from you if you're, like, any of the characters I found insufferable in this movie. While there are some good effects here and there, I think because I heard the budget was pretty low, and due to the pandemic, they couldn't really afford additional extras and stuff like that. You could tell the effects were kind of not all there. There were some pretty good effects, but there were also some that were either really goofy or just not really convincing, really. And overall, this is a film I feel like I kind of forget about, you know? I feel like give it another 5 or 10 years, I'll probably forget about this movie. I probably won't remember the film until it's like, let's say one of these days I'm going through my shelves in the horror room here, and it's just like, okay, what to watch to get to the B's and that, because I alphabetize my movies. I get to B's, which is all the way in the back. I'd be like, okay, Black Christmas, and I'm just like, wait, what is this, Black Friday? Oh yeah, I remember this, and it's like, put it back, you know. With that being said, I'll move on to my rating. So with that said, I'm going to give Black Friday a 3 out of 5 stars. Honestly, I think overall this film is okay. It's not terrible, it's not great either, it's just okay. There's some decent fun to be had with this film. But you count in forgettable / infuriating characters to be around, like a story that was not well executed in the sense of like something I could end up remembering off the top of my head. It just kind of blends in with other movies like this. Like when I was watching it, and I haven't seen this movie, I was like, oh, it's kind of like Night of the Creeps a bit, you know, or films like Sliver, which Sliver kind of borrows from Night of the Creeps, which I have not seen Sliver either. I have both of them, have not seen them, but I was like, a very similar premise in the sense of like this alien parasite and all that possesses people and all that, and it's kind of like a parasitic invasion type of stuff, like alien parasite invasion type of movie. Yeah, it's kind of like those. So there's nothing really unique about it to really stand out compared to those two films. And in fact, I think more people are going to remember something like Night of the Creeps than they are going to remember Black Friday. And overall, I think this film is just pretty forgettable. You know, and it's a shame. I wanted to like this film. I wanted to not just like it, but love it. Again, I don't hate the film, but it's just kind of forgettable. And again, add on to bland and insufferable characters. Again, I think the cast does a good job with what they had to work with. I like some of the cast, especially Bruce Campbell. I mean, who doesn't like Bruce Campbell? I mean, again, I'm sorry. I really wanted to enjoy this film. In fact, I really wanted to love this film, have this be one of my new favorites, but I'm probably going to forget about it within 5 or 10 years, but it was okay. That's essentially my review of Black Friday. Tell me in the comments what you guys think of the film. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Are you somewhere in between? And tell me what worked for you guys, what didn't work for you. Again, don't post any spoilers in the comments for people who have not seen the film. If I see any spoiler comments, I will remove them. Also, if I see any, toxic asshole comments, I will remove those too, and probably block your channel. So that's it for this review. Thank you guys for watching, and let's hope 2023 is an awesome year.